Very good morning and welcome to FYI. We hope that you folks have had a great weekend. It's Monday. Believe it or not, for your information, it's the 30th day of October. There is one day left in this month, and then we're into November. And once we get into November, in the 592, folks, what starts happening there? It's the Christmas music, among other things, and we're officially into the Christmas season. Folks, we are having some trouble with our YouTube channel. We've just noticed that we are having some trouble with our YouTube channel. If we're getting through to YouTube, do let us know if you're seeing us and hearing us loud on YouTube, folks. As far as we know, we were having some trouble with our YouTube channel, so we just wanted to alert you guys. If we've gotten through to YouTube, we're gonna thank our lucky stars on that front. But we were having some trouble with our YouTube channel. And I think that just might be the case. So if you, yeah. So we're happy to see you guys from the many places you're joining us from this morning. Just in case you see any kind of interference on our YouTube channel, we are live on Facebook, among other places. Of course, as you know, but we want to alert you that we are having a little trouble. We started over the weekend with our YouTube channel. Good to see Amanda Kendall and Debbie Collins, and I see Audrey Stevens with us, and Ricardo McKenzie's here too. Good to have you. Deborah Mitchell is here too, folks. I trust you guys have had a great weekend. You're fired up and you're ready to go. You're hitting the ground running, folks. We are so happy to see all of you. Welcome, Gavin Liverpool and Deborah Mitchell, Stephanie King. Lynn Fernandez is here too. Lynn Fernandez, we see you there, Lynn. Good to see you, Cheryl Glenn. Chandel Moses, Rihanna Mingo, and all the other folks joining us this morning across social media, folks. We're happy. Another Monday, we're out here, folks. We're almost there, almost tiptoeing into November. Noviembre, Policia. The Spanish improvement, folks. Chandel, we see you there. Edward Brooms, we see you as well. Claire Alexis, Chamley, Richmond, Icene, Kosha, Don Baines, we see you. Lovely folks. How was your weekend? I'll show you how my weekend was. We were out there, folks, supporting cancer awareness. Shelley Cadogan. I saw quite a few of you on the road outside. So quite a few of you outside, folks. Anton Nichols, Maureen Chester Paul, Lynn Fernandez, of course, Shondell and Edward and John and Maureen and all the other folks, Isan, all the other folks joining us. We are very, very happy to have you folks here with us, and look a little bit about how we spent our weekend, folks. Just a little bit as we spent our weekend. We said we were underground, folks, raising awareness, raising cancer awareness, folks, men and women. This dreaded disease affects. And we were doing our little part there to raise awareness over the weekend. Take a little look, folks. This is a little bit of Everest, a cricket ground there on Carifessa Avenue and Ivleary. And then we were on this part of Camp Street. We'll show you some of the folks who showed up as well on Camp Street. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
Morning, Chief. Morning. Morning.
All right, folks, welcome back. That is some of what we saw yesterday morning on the ground there. Yolanda, how are you doing? Erwin Don, Anne-Marie Selby, and Claire Alexis Chamley, and Grace Noel, and all the other folks. Some of what we saw yesterday, we joined with GT&T and their partners in this now annual event. Thousands of Guyanese across the spectrum come out and they help to raise awareness against cancer in all its forms. Affects women disproportionately, but men as well. And just trying to raise awareness. That yesterday morning, one of our colleagues who was with us, she might be on the live right now, told us that just yesterday morning as we were doing that, she got a call that a colleague of hers succumbed to cancer just yesterday morning. So a lot of persons going through the throes of this dreaded disease, something you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. And as I said, we're out there doing our part with folks to raise cancer awareness. A number of things in the morning papers this morning. Yolanda Thomas, Deborah Pearson, Debbie Collins, all the Debbies and the D's and the Deborahs and so on the live this morning. Veronica Primo Rollins, we see you there. Veronica, how are you doing? Veronica's all the way deep south. I ain't talking about Rupanoni. Deep south in the north. She's in the north, but deep south. Yeah. Who know? Dolly Anderson, good to see you there. Is it Jolie Leander? Good to have you here as well. And folks, a number of things, as we said, we're covering this morning in the morning papers. The enemy inside the borders, you all see what's happening with the Venezuelans here. There's not the enemies outside. There's a Trojan horse that we got. Folks, there's been a proliferation of Guyanese coming through our porous borders, and the police seem to have their hands full, inclusive of the Guyana Defense Force. They seem to have their hands full where this Venezuelan migrant, quote unquote, situation is concerned. Some folks call it a soft invasion. We couldn't start this morning. We don't talk about the enemy inside the borders. I know if you all saw the Kabaka, sorry, somebody pretending to be the Kabaka over the weekend, trying to look like a general, but you and I know they dropped the ball on this. They dropped the ball on this Venezuelan issue a long time ago. Right? It's who the one in the channel heading out someplace. But Jack Dio, let's give a channel. We could concede a channel. They dropped the ball a long time ago. Erwin Dunn, they dropped the ball a long time ago. So when we saw the big Sahib in Essequibo recently, you don't got to go on a boat because Essequibo Islands stand right there in Region 3. You don't have to go on a boat and go far. Right there in Region 3, it starts. So some folks right across the river might be swept up in this foolishness with the Venezuelans. And the PVP dropped the ball on this. Camille Cox, Beatrice Selby, Grace Noel. Grace are very long. Drop the ball on this. Just like, get him a channel. Let me get him a channel, man. As soon as you start conceding, you should be out like South. Let me get him a channel. Out to some place. Folks, this matter is very, very serious. And so last week we heard the office of the president, no less, confirmed what we were hearing about the mobilization of troops on the Venezuelan, at Ichering Bang, places like Ichering Bang. The Venezuelan ambassador, he said, "Oh, it's miners are fighting, right? Illegal mining. You see, when you find a Paco, you got bossy back. That is what they wanted us to believe. And that's what they said. Oh, we're fighting illegal mining. Oh, yeah. All right. Mobilizing a whole set of troops and trying to have us believe. You see? Because we're a Paco, right? We're a Paco. When you find a Paco, you got bossy back. And that's what the Venezuelans trying to do here, because they sense weakness in the leadership. So don't you worry with what happened till across the border. We got the enemy within. We got the enemy within. And y'all could go ahead believing it's migrant and people running from suffocation and they don't mean any harm. Y'all could go ahead with that. Y'all could go ahead with that. When what's her name give them the dog whistle? Huh? Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president of Venezuela, and Maduro and them give them the dog whistle. You can wonder what's happening. So don't let me worry about what happening far in. Don't let me go to Caracas. We got the enemies in the border. Right where we are. We have the enemy within. And folks, this is just some of what we saw over the weekend. I see some of you peeping my notes and preempting us in the chat. This is some of what we saw over the weekend. Winnie the Heart, Anthony Jarvis. We're talking about the enemy within, the porous borders, because the Irfan Ali PPP government dropped the ball. This is long now. Let me get them a channel out. Let us give them a channel out. I didn't say that was that view. And now he weak. He bad for who? Bright for who? Bright for who? Look some of what we saw over the weekend, folks. Just this weekend. Look at some of what we saw. Take a look, good folks. Take a listen.
Just no, man, baby. Just no.
Take your time. Hey, take this one.
He's sick.
Take your time and walk. You need to explain to people that the police need to
Why
do.
you not everybody? Why because no? Why you not everybody? Just no.
Let's go.
You
okay? Go say right there.
But yes.
Let's go. If she's obstructing, give me
Give
them the water. Come on. Yo.
Botaran esa lata, man.
Ya, boten esa verga, man.
Hermano, corran para el coño de la madre.
Pónganse por ahí. Pues vamos a tener que correr para allá, bajito, coño.
Hey, come, let's go. All right, send the police and soldiers.
We are Canada. We want to know. Because we really want to know.
We're going to Hampton Court. All of them come together.
Come, hey, don't put me, don't put me.
You need to put this away from you, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Good. Hello, listen to me. Let's go. Come on. Listen to me. You need to let the system work. Who are the least? Who are the least will be dealt with that way. You understand?
But where we gotta go?
You need to let us going to Hampton Court. What you do, you cannot. Yeah, but you need to let the system work. You need to let the system work. Come here, I need to get it.
No, I have no intention of learning them language.
This is what's going on in the country. A whole boatload of Venezuelan out here. On Guyana shores again. The police backing them off here. That story here. Look at them, look. I try to lie down in the boat, they're flat. Lying in the boat.
Yep, that's some of what we saw just this weekend, folks. Just this weekend, and we hope that you guys got the opportunity to see the various places where we saw those things. Anna Regina, region 2. All right. We saw it also at Wickenham. Just some what we saw over the weekend. They're coming in the boat loads. Wickenham, Anna Regina, Purica, by the boat loads. And you remember your boy, you say, I'm going to give him a little channel, Naomi Drucker, Beatrice Selby. We only got to give him a little channel, not much. So they dropped the ball a long time. And you see, they have no respect for nationalism, national symbols. That's why they rush out. The motto, one people, one nation, one destiny. No. There's not nothing. One Guyana. What's the motto? One Guyana. And now to see them hustling with flags and so on. Hustling with flags and, scribbles we on. That's only for when things start saber rattling by the border. They don't have a clue what they're doing. Don't have a clue. And now they run out with 1 or 2 flags and so on. And every day on the other side, them boys doing the indoctrination. Every day on that other side, indoctrination is being done. You remember when your boy was president? You remember? How quickly you forget?
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Give them a little channel. Sorry about that. I was only saying the science behind it says you got to repeat something 7 times before it has any possibility of lasting root in your memory. So owe you all that 4 more times. Give them a little concession, a little slide something, a little channel out to the sea. Right? A little channel out to the sea. Nothing much. A little slight concession. Right? Nothing much. And they say he bright, you know. He's God's gift to this country. That's what they say. He bright.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Yeah. So all you guys 2 more times. A slight concession. Rihanna Mingo, I am rehearsing what the folks said. He bright. You see, bright boy, this is the brightest we got. And bright boy said, you give him a little concession. In his own words, and folks, this thing is as serious as it will ever get. I've never seen this border controversy meet this fever pitch. Why didn't they try this when the brigadier was president? Why didn't they try this when the brigadier was president? Why? That's my question. Why weren't they trying it when the brigadier was there? Not them fake brigadier that they got now. Right? Not them fat brigadier eating off of the largest while the people are suffering and punishing and starving. Not them canter, fake brigadiers, when the real brigadier was in there. Why didn't they try it? Huh? So why are we sporting pageantry locally? Them boys have ramped up their indoctrination and their false illegal claims that Escobar rather is theirs. They have ramped that up. You see? Ramped that up. Next door. That's what we saw over the weekend. Delcy Rodriguez, the vice president of Venezuela, or our vice president. They may have a few like we. Ramping up the indoctrination. She said we can make a little slight concession. You all install vice president. Why don't they make a little slight concession? A little something, or a little channel. What has been historically hours. He said, let's channel we could make. And while that's happening, folks, look at the Venezuelan vice president, Delcy Rodriguez, up to over the weekend. Take a look.
Esa es la bandera que vamos a poner en el efectivo. El efectivo es nuestro. Claro que sí. Vamos. A volantear todo el mundo. El efectivo de Venezuela. Heredamos de Bolívar. No importa nuestro color político, no importa nada. Vamos por el efectivo. Apoyando lo que quiere la guerra, nosotros vamos con nuestra diplomacia de paz a defender el efectivo. Así es, y lo vamos a ganar. Cuídense. El efectivo, ya va a votar el 3.
El efectivo de Venezuela es mío.
El efectivo es nuestro. El 3 de diciembre es la consulta nacional para ratificar los derechos históricos de Venezuela sobre nuestro efectivo. Es la unión nacional. Todos los venezolanos, todas las venezolanas. Lo único que debemos para votar, tener, es nuestra cédula de identidad y el efectivo en nuestro corazón. Así que el llamado es a todos los venezolanos y a todas las venezolanas.
Y'all see the nonsense there? Y'all see the nonsense there? So they don't mind spreading propaganda that Venezuela owns the Essequibo. They don't mind that. That is Delcy Rodriguez. You see? Continuing to spread propaganda, continuing to spread lies. Wendell Hudson, Bunduri. Right? Well, y'all want to play fake general, fake brigadier, right? While they're doing that, what were we doing? And that they've been doing that for years. What have we been doing?
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Yep. So while he making concessions, Delcy walking, Venezuelan vice president, while he meeting with Sue in the living room, Delcy walking, while they're fun, discarding the motto, breaking down our symbols of nationhood, Delcy walking. You see? While they're fun worrying with who wants to shake your hand, and who, well, Delcy might want to shake your hand for the handover. Delcy walking. Delcy walking. For those of you now joining the broadcast, we saw the Venezuelan vice president over the weekend spreading the lies and propaganda to the people. Right? And we were around here more content with dividing up this country for friends, family, and favorites. Right? We here yet who own the chopper. This is an ex-military Venezuelan chopper. They park up by Guvaya Place. You see? So with the enemy within we got to worry about. Is the enemy within? Is the enemy within? You joined me late, you missed half the lesson in the class. We were showing our audience the Venezuelan incursions, as they're coming by the hundreds and the thousands, conservative figures says already 100,000 Venezuelans, 100,000 Venezuelans with us. And over the weekend, we saw boatloads, Porica, Wickenham. Where else we saw them? Essequibo, Anna Regina. And we're already bursting at the seams, just trying to contain that. Some folks call it a soft invasion. Right? Jack just said, no, it's people with Guyanese links by birth and so on. They always come and go, them set by the border. Let's come and go, man. Right? Let's come and go to the channel. I get a little slight concession. A little slight something. Nothing much. Something slight. And while he making the concessions, Vice President there in Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, spreading propaganda and was committed as the PPP to spreading propaganda. Committed as the PPP to spreading propaganda. This is Delcy Rodriguez, Vice President in Venezuela, over the weekend.
Esa es la bandera que vamos a poner en el efectivo. El efectivo nuestro. Claro que sí. Vamos. A volantear todo el mundo. El efectivo de Venezuela. Heredamos de Bolívar. No importa nuestro color político, no importa nada. Vamos por el efectivo. Apoyarnos lo que quiere la guerra, nosotros vamos con nuestra diplomacia de paz a defender el efectivo. Así es, y lo vamos a ganar. Cuídense. El efectivo, ya van a votar entre.
El efectivo de Venezuela es mío.
El efectivo es nuestro. El 3 de diciembre es la consulta nacional para ratificar los derechos históricos de Venezuela sobre nuestro efectivo. Es la unión nacional. Todos los venezolanos, todas las venezolanas. Lo único que debemos para votar, tener, es nuestra cédula de identidad y el efectivo en nuestro corazón. Así que el llamado es a todos los venezolanos y a todas las venezolanas.
So there's Delcy spreading her filthy, obnoxious propaganda that we repudiate, denounce, reprehensible, and then by plain. Wuhan and getting shake. Who playing this gods and all kind of nonsense? Are we not doing the work of the people? Now they're trying to get some flags in people's hand when they show up and so on. But we could give a little channel out. We could concede, Grace Noel, Andrew Griffith, a little channel. Nothing much. A little channel. That's what one of the letter writers contending in this morning's papers. Jaguar's idea of giving Venezuela a channel out to the sea should be addressed in Parliament. This week there's a emergencies, extraordinary sitting of Parliament. An extraordinary sitting of Parliament. And in this morning's papers, none other than veteran trade unionist Lincoln Lewis, he said Jaguar's idea of giving Venezuela a channel out to the sea should be addressed in Parliament. And in this letter he says, Parliament's meeting to discuss Venezuela's saber rattling must also discuss the idea floated by Bar Jaguar to give Venezuela passage to the Atlantic via Guyana territory that country is coveting. Lincoln Lewis is of the opinion that during this parliamentary discourse, the nation does not only need to hear motions reaffirming our unity as one people, one nation, one destiny. But we must go beyond this to address the issue of Jagdeo, his view, his idea, his retraction and full denunciation of this channel out to the sea. He said we could give a little concession, right? A little channel. He bright. Bright for who? Bright for who? Good folks. All they're fit for is thieving up the resources of our hard-working Guyanese. Thieving out the resources. Hururu, 21 million missing from the carbon credits grant. All over, corruption, nepotism, kupui, more thieving out. Ministry of Natural Resources, Bobby Gosai, they're distracted from safeguarding our national interest. Lincoln Lewis says he got to repudiate, he got to denounce. That's if he regret it, of course. Right? That's if he regret it, of course. This morning's editorial, I mentioned there, natural resources, how they're busy thieving up. You remember Bobby Gusai? Well, he getting a channel out too. They just can't see the channel for he. Slap on the wrist channel. A man went in, according to Starbuck News, and he went into illicit talks. Starbuck News editorial today. With ExxonMobil to erode 105 million US in profits due to this country, down to 3 million. Down to 3 million. And Starbuck News this morning says it's a slap on the wrist. It's editorial, aptly titled, Great Escapes. Great Escapes. Folks, and in true Guyanese fashion, we've just lost power on this side. They dub it the Great Escapes. All right? The Great Escapes. For his, according to Starbuck News, this is not us here. Starbuck News says, illicit talks with ExxonMobil. He had no right, he had no authority, no jurisdiction to water down with profits. He gets slapped on the wrist. 15 days loss of pay. 15 days. According to Starbuck News, while the slap on the wrist for Mr. Gosai will be classified as a great escape, the reputational damage done to him and the government's image as custodians of the country's oil and gas reserves is immense. So if you're giving away our oil and gas reserves, right, as Starbuck News termed it, eroding it, thieving it out, you want to give a channel out for Venezuela. What's with you, man? Mr. Jagdeo was asked last week about this Bobby Gusai affair. Listen to the fellow. How obdurate he was about this slap on the wrist. 15 days for the illicit talks with Exxon.
Are you aware of the extent of the disciplinary action that has been leveled or handed out for Mr. Bobby Gusai? And do you think it's sufficient?
I said to Vikram Barrett to deal with that matter. He's dealt with it, and he sent out a document to that effect. You didn't see it? Yes. Did you receive a copy of the statement? Yes, because I think she approached directly and they received a copy of the statement. There's a statement out on that. Okay. No, you see the statement. You didn't see the statement. See the statement, please. Right? The statement captures our position or the ministry's position.
Are you aware of the extent of the disciplinary action that has been leveled or handed out for Mr. Bobby Gosai? And do you think it's sufficient?
I said to Vikram Barrett to deal with that matter. He's dealt with it, and he sent out a document to that effect. You didn't see it? Yes. Did you receive a copy of the statement? Yes, because I think she approached directly and they received a copy of the statement. There's a statement out on that. Okay. No,
Be sure to
you
tweet,
see
yeah?
the statement. You didn't see the statement. See the statement, please. Right? The statement captures our position or the ministry's position.
Yeah, clearly unwilling there to engage that issue frontally. You know, he's a gaff, man. You know, he's a talk, man. Not talk like Forbes Boredom kind of talk, like Mia Motley kind of talk. He's a gaff, man. See the statement. 15 days. Withdrawal of pay. And they say Bobby in UK or something like that. On a PhD scholarship. 15 days pay, PhD scholarship. This is a hard one for me, boy. 15 days pay, PhD scholarship. Difficult. You know, difficult one here. Same fella that had Sue in the living room. Same fella who won't give a channel out to the Venezuelans. See the press statement, man. I asked Spectrum to deal with it. See the press statement. Meanwhile, the old boy, Irfan, you know, got on the costume, pampersetting himself. Pampersetting himself. Folks, we've lost power at our end. No fault of ours, GPL. And our backup's not going to last very long. So this is as far as we're going to go. You see? Blackout. Right? Blackout. We probably give away GPL by now. Right? Like the channel, Venezuela could take the channel, man. A little size concession. Must go with GPL too. Blackout. Blackout. So we know the power supply we have is not going to take us much further. And so that's the thing, folks. Give them a little thing, a slap on the wrist, 15 days. 15 days, PhD scholarship. Difficult one. Donna, Waveney Doris, difficult one for me, man. Grace Noel, Karen Gittins. This is the country we inhabit. Jean Bond. Good to see you, Jean. Jean says, we on the west side got blackout. Who else got blackout? Jean said west side got blackout. We have about a 5-minute stops that we could hold. Michelle Garrett. Folks, we're still looking. We're going to ask you guys to help us to fundraise, to buy good power supply. Right? The one we have is not going to last us very long. But we want, whether blackout or not, you know, we can bring you guys valid, credible information. Del Nick Douglas said, Jagdio full of fecal matter. Debbie Collins says she got blackout in Providence. Who else got blackout? It's Region 3. It's Georgetown. It's Providence. Whitney Doris says the whole of Guyana get blackout. The whole of Guyana get blackout. It's an awful way to live in a country that boasts highest GDP growth, high income country, you know, and all these fanciful things on paper. We're giving away channels. You're slapping illicit contact with ExxonMobil people on the wrist. You see. Wicked. Right? Naomi said, give Venezuela GPL. Give Venezuela. Give them the channel. Give them that channel out, folks. Folks, it's been a privilege being here with you guys the last 4 to 5 minutes. Abira, thank you for that contribution on our YouTube channel. Also, Yolanda Thomas, thank you for that contribution, folks. Folks, unfortunately, we don't run on water. And this is what is your love, support, and generosity that keeps us going. And we are immensely, immensely grateful. Next month, is upon us. And November is 3 years, around the 13th, 14th of November. 3 years since we out here, folks. 3 years since we out here. Valid, credible information. Remember to partner with us, folks. It allows us to keep going day after day, week after week, month after month. You guys are heading into town. You see that last one there, the QR code? As a matter of fact, you can WhatsApp us if you need any information, any guidance. Our main WhatsApp number, 627-6963. 627-6963. And we can send you that link. If you guys have debit and credit cards, extremely securely. From an international company, extremely securely. And you guys can contribute to our program by that method as well, because your debit or credit card. We're available by Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MoneyGram, Western Union, all for your convenience, of course. Good folks, all for your convenience. We ain't giving Venezuela no channel out like them boys. None whatsoever. And before you go, folks, you're heading into town. You need a good Justice of the Peace Commissioner votes to affidavit. Folks, we want to recommend the Alistair Collins firm. They're right on there, the Carlin Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo. Closer to Waterloo than they are to Camp, but they're on Lamaha, Carlin Mall on the ground floor. You need a good Justice of the Peace, a good Commissioner votes to affidavit for all your documentation needs. Alistair Collins firm. We recommend them highly. We use them all the time. We use them all the time, folks. We are going to see you guys on our next broadcast as we continue to follow this madness with the Venezuelans. Them boys jumping out of bus and all kinds of things. All kinds of things. You know, and if you missed some of what happened over the weekend with the Venezuelans, you're going to want to go back to the start of the program, folks. Revisit the start of the program. And you'll see what transpired over the weekend. They're coming in via Perico. They're coming in via Charity. They're coming in via Wickenham. Absolute madness. As I said, it's been a privilege being here with each and every one of you this morning. Good folks. We're going to see you guys back here on the next broadcast. Edward Brooms, good to see you. Deborah Pearson, it's a privilege having you as well. And I see Savannah Page is here as well. The folks joining us via YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the folks joining us via Twitter. Good to see you folks on the live this morning. We have Doris, Savannah, and all the other beautiful, wonderful folks joining us this morning. Such a privilege being here with each and every one of you. Del Nickaducken, Sharon McPherson, Sheila Boyd Child. Good to have you folks on the live. You all know how we see it. Jennifer Bob says I'm late. Jennifer, we're running off a bit early. A couple of seconds early. Wanted to give you the full hour, but we're gonna we might embarrass ourselves because it's blackout. It's blackout, and the folks are telling us there's blackout in a number of places, right? A number of places. I don't want to miss anybody's birthday. Did I see a birthday go by there? Dolly Anderson celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Dolly. Happy belated birthday, Angel. Who no? Happy birthday, Angel. Who no? Happy belated birthday. Yeah. To Angel and Bay, I'm being told. Bay know who he is. Right? Demain. Angel and Demain. Yeah, I heard a little birdie said not time soon. Little birdie said it's not time soon. So happy birthday, Dolly Anderson. All of those persons celebrating birthdays too. Happy birthday to you guys. You know, you're close or you're far. Happy birthday to you guys as well. Happy birthday, Dolly. Great to have all of you on the live, folks. Y'all know we say Barbara Rapp, June Cameron, Rash Ricardo, Tommy Gibb, Sheila Boy Child. Happy birthday, folks. Deborah Pearson, Waveney Doris, and all the other guys joining us this morning. That's going to do it for us at this end. That's our time. Zebula Israel. Yes, Israel. Good to have you, folks. And Zebula says that Ghana needs to send every one of them back to Venezuela. Please and thank you. That's our time, good folks, until our next broadcast. And that's our program. Stay safe.